Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to How To Foods, Episode 2. We're making sausage rolls today. You're going to want your meat, your puff pastry, butter or flour, some sort of non-sticking agent. You can use parchment paper too. I don't have that here. You're going to want your materials, your equipment, and also cheese if you want it. Here, I'm just melting butter. This is going to be used as my non-stick agent. I don't want the bottom of my puff pastry to burn on the baking sheet, but you're going to see that I kind of fail at that here. This was just something I kind of wanted to do as fun, I felt like making dinner, and why not make a video too while I'm at it? This is actually the episode 2 of this series. The series is so old, you probably aren't even familiar with it. A series so old, you probably aren't even familiar with it. My voice kind of trailed off there. Excuse me. Also, don't be like RGT85, guys. Be patient, make sure that you always thaw your meat prior to cooking. Allot yourself however many hours it takes. Now you can see here our puff pastry, so we're going to open this up and we're just going to end up placing our sausage in there. Now you can cut some of this off if you don't like a lot of puff pastry. I personally love this stuff. I can't get enough, so I'm not going to thin it out or anything. I've seen people, just throw the sausage in without it even being cooked, just throwing the uncooked sausage in the puff pastry. Guys, don't do that. The reason we're cooking it in this pan is so that we can get rid of the grease. We don't want our puff pastry to just be a giant grease pocket. That's why we're doing this. You can also save the grease. If you feel like making breakfast foods, do you like eggs or something or whatever, you can use this stuff. Very useful. People use grease for different things. Sausage is a good grease. Same with bacon. Same shit. That being said, boys and girls, don't overcook your sausage. I'm trying my best to get the red out here, but I don't want it like overtly brown, like on the blackish side of brown or whatever, because this is going into the oven. We're gonna put it in the puff pastry and place it in the oven. It's gonna finish cooking in there. You just want it, on closer to done than not. Kind of try to get it in one spot. You don't want it like all over the place. Get your meat grouped up towards the middle. Start grabbing you can either start from the sides or I've seen people do it from the top. Um, just roll it up. Chances are, if you're here, if you've found yourself on this channel, you're no stranger to rolling things up. It won't be too difficult for you. I'm pretty sure Tupac and Lil Wayne or one of those guys have some kind of video on helping you do that. I'm adding cheese here. I like cheese. It's just like anything else. You can always add, you can never take away in food preparation, unless there are extenuating circumstances, of course, and you want to just reach in there and take it out after it's in, but be careful is all I'm saying. And if you're lactose, probably better skip the cheese, bro. After you fold it up, guys, you're going to want to do your best Carmelo Anthony impression. You're just making air pockets to create, you know, airflow. It's not just for the cathartic homicidal rage impulse release, as fun as that may be. I'm adding cheese to the top. I know some people hate burnt cheese. It doesn't really bother me too much, and it's gonna help me remember which one I put cheese in. These bad babies are ready for the oven, so we're gonna pop this fucker in, as James would put it. After about 20 minutes, I'm gonna take a peek to admire our progress, but it's not enough time. 10 more minutes should do the trick. This right here, this is more like it. So one thing that I always do, and it never fails, I always do this, probably because I don't use flour or parchment paper, is I fuck up the bottoms. I mean, look at them. They're browner than post-apartheid in South Africa. It's bad. I get it. I fucked up. Gordon Ramsay wouldn't serve this to his worst enemy's dog or whatever. I concede defeat, guys. I know. It's fucking awful. I'm sorry. What can I say? It's How To Foods episode 2. I still don't know what I'm doing. Since it had been a week or so since I made these, I forgot that a knife works worlds better than a fork, and the knife is just gonna shave these caramelized, carbonized shit specks right off of this puff pastry. Growing up, lower middle class household, you only get so many meals. You're not gonna be able to just eat and choose whatever you want and stuff. You gotta eat, guys. I ain't giving this to the dogs. Fuck that shit. Also, hell, everybody makes mistakes. I know I ain't above it. So I don't really feel bad showing you guys this warts and all. So yeah, what do you guys think? Is this a fun video? Do you like the idea of this series? I don't know very many recipes, but those that I do, I would be more than happy to share with you guys if you enjoy this. I would love to show you more recipe. It's almost like deveining shrimp or cleaning an animal hide or something. You gotta honor every part. I went ahead and grabbed a freezer bag just so I can place the other roll that I'm not going to eat into the bag so it can cool. And I'll just leave the bag open in a holding area so this thing can air out, and I'll place it in the refrigerator after it cools. Thank you so much if you made it this far. Audience retention is very difficult for a YouTuber like me with a small channel, so I truly can't thank you enough for your support. I know there are many channels on YouTube you could be spending your time with, and thank you for spending some moments with me. Goodbye.